By the way, you
Mr.
saw
Angel.
that transition was poorly done, but it was because I walked back out and back in because I thought that was what you had to do. And I was like,
Really?
I don't actually have to do that. Okay, cool.
Okay, fine. Anyway, what you're supposed to go back after every single major event during the course of Final Fantasy VII, and there will be another battle here on Mount whatever this place is. And yeah, whatever. But
you
Yeah,
write
you
the
guys
page
are
on
is
that?
that some...
Basically, it's just a money sink, honestly. But there are some things you can get out of it. Like I believe elixirs are a thing.
Actually,
And
some
I
of the
know
missions
there's a-
are glitched, so you don't actually get items from them.
Yeah, Blue, didn't
You
you
don't
write the
have to
page
do-
on that?
I did write the page. Anyway, Techno, you haven't done any of these things, so that makes you a terrible Let's Player, and I'm better than you.
Oh,
Well,
Techno!
What?
You didn't even try, okay? You didn't even try.
Actually, you aren't supposed to try, because this is really stupid.
Exactly.
This
like,
is-
What?
this. Do you see how slow they're moving? If you put it
This
up
is
to
You know you
Ogre
can
battle.
speed it up. You see the button on the right?
Yeah,
Speed, high, low?
You're going to see me speed it up, and it. Yeah, this is them sped up. They're still
Look
slow
at
as
them go.
hell.
They're motoring, man.
This is Ogre
Yeah,
Battle
but
gone
you know-
retarded, man.
Stop. Let me tell you why it's so slow, okay?
Go on.
It is so slow because you're supposed to be managing your troops in real time. And because of that,
Sure.
you're supposed to be running them on multiple fronts at once, and you're supposed to be keeping track of them all. If you kept it at this speed, if you were actually trying,
I'm not
then
actually
you wouldn't
trying
have
to.
time to tell what was happening on every front, because it would be happening too fast.
Look, Jim Cloud, there once was a game called Ogre Battle 64, which was a lot like this, except it was fun and had strategy and was enjoyable. This is not. So you just
It
let the
was
enemies
turn-based,
walk all the
come
way.
on.
No, Ogre Battle 64 is not turn-based.
Yeah,
That's an
Blue,
RTS.
your walkthrough told me to lose this on purpose.
And, yeah, you do. Then you
I'm
get to
so
fight with a
I'm
monster thing. You fight the monster thing and you get
However,
EXP
I
as
am
compared
lost
to
right
whatever.
now because I heard the boss battle music, so I guess this time you pass. You do this again, and we'll be talking, okay? We will have words.
There are no more missions after this.
Do you hear how angry she is?
I don't get it.
Passive aggressive.
I'm just mad that, you know, in the Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, I did Chocobo World, and you wouldn't even try on this.
Why would you do Chocobo World?
Because it's part of the game! You have to do
So,
it for the Let's Play.
It's
100%.
the stupidest part of the game that you can just completely ignore.
Wait, whoa, did you put materia on somebody? Who did you put materia on?
On Sid. I told you that already. I put material on him, but on no one else.
I thought you didn't
Why?
put material on anybody, that's what I
I
got.
put it on Sid because I'm using him later, and the others I'm not using again.
Wait,
He
check
did
out
in fact
Barrett's
say that.
tattoo.
By the
Notice
way,
that-
what? Oh, he left. I was gonna mention that it looked like he was wearing a bra on top of his armor.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to mention this, but if you notice, Barrett's tattoo actually isn't poisoned.
You
Really?
you
The other-
mentioned that in the first Let's Play that we were all
I
in.
did? Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh, it's Mount Condor. because
Okay,
of the
this is
giant
the best
monster
part of
there.
the whole side quest.
Best part of the whole game.
Well, Skaith is
No,
telling
not
me
really.
that he 100%ed Final Fantasy VI. So I need to... Okay, so Skaith, my response to that is, I am going to get all of
It's
the
already
limit breaks,
too
I am
late,
going to get
Sarah.
all of the ultimate weapons, I am not going to
No.
do all these side quests.
Oh
That's
no,
not
the rock!
100%.
It's gone! Baby.
Techno, you've done maybe 70 at best.
I've done what? 70%?
70%.
No,
Yeah,
I have done 90%.
that's pitiful.
Okay, whoa. It's my imagination is it looks like a gigantic chocobo.
And
It
if I
is.
didn't do it properly, then I at least explained
What are
during my
you,
Let's
where
Play
are
how
you
you can do
going,
it.
giant chicken? Why are you not an Advent children? You should
Yeah.
totally be in there.
What,
Advent
Jim,
children's the perfect place to have a giant chicken.
Jim Clyde, you don't realize that Advent Children had to suck away everything that was fun and creative from Final Fantasy VII to make it really droopy and moody and...
Yes, I know, that was a joke, okay? I was being subtle about that.
Oh, by the way,
I don't want to be subtle. You have to slam it in with a hammer, the point you're making.
you know the Phoenix materia? Isn't that you can put it with last attack or something? Or is it final attack?
Final attack, yeah.
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 Have
And
you
that's
gotten that? I'm
awesome.
pretty sure that's Battle Arena, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that later on. But obviously I don't get final attack for a while. What?
What-
Hey, Techie B,
I would have actually used
Yes.
words, but I was drinking water.
I thought you
I
were
don't-
kissing somebody.
I don't really give a shit how much of this game you play. I just want you to know that. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man. You see, TA is my favorite guest because he
support you
doesn't
in
give me
the
crap
spirit
for
of
this game.
laziness, yes.
Well, that's because TA has not done a Let's Play, so he doesn't know it. And Jim Claw's just completely insane.
I am completely insane, yes. I don't see your
Well,
point.
okay, to be fair, the last time I was like, hey guys, let's have a Let's Play of that awesome, but often forgotten game, Final Fantasy X-2. Everybody's like, stop trolling the channel.
Yeah, I remember that.
What do you mean, awesome? The game's god-awful.
That game is
Well,
amazing.
I mean,
His
no,
brother is
I don't
one of the
think
best
10-2
characters.
is a bad
Surprisingly
game.
addictive, actually, the gameplay aspect of it anyways. The other parts of it make you want to kind of hurl in your mouth a little bit.
It makes me want to cut myself.
I don't think
like,
10-2
right
is a bad
down
game.
the arm.
I just think it should not be called 10-2. That game is in no way a sequel to Final Fantasy X. That is
So what should
nothing
you...
like I played.
Wait, what
It's
should
a
you call
spin-off
it then?
called Final
Well,
Fantasy X.
What do
You
you do
wins the
with your
Powerpuff
fist? Are you
Girls.
trying to like punch it in the face from far away? Shit, are you drunk? What's going on here?
Say you drunk?
Oh, this is Ultimate Weapon, but it doesn't matter what you do, you can't kill him.
Nope.
Even if you hack the game,
But he could kill you, I'm just saying.
he can
Yeah.
kill you, but look how high a level I am. What's the point in worrying about that?
How high of a level are you? by the
I'm
way?
like average 48.
Oh, well,
He
you're
just
ready
did
to beat
1/3
Sephiroth
hit
then.
points in damage. I'd like to point that out to you.
He does what?
You're gonna lose, son.
Oh, his attack's percentage based.
No.
Well, you still have to cure. If you didn't cure, you would lose. I'm pretty sure.
No.
His attacks are not percentage based, you can lose this fight.
Yeah, but
Oh, well, you're healing, so you're not going to lose. There you go.
exactly.
Huh.
Ultimate.
I actually
point out
want
that
you to
it's
lose,
the only
considering
one with
how...
healing, so if he dies, you're not in great shape.
Can I just ask? Ultima Beam. You know, isn't this enemy meant to be Ultima Weapon instead of Ultimate Weapon, but mistranslated?
No.
No, definitely not.
I think it was Ultimate Weapon, because they call everything else Ultimate.
Well, I mean, it does sort of remind me, actually, of the way they translated things in this game. In that, I mean, let's go back to the bag risk.
Oh yeah.
That enemy.
Bag
It's
risk?
a bag risk.
Bag
It's
risk.
an enemy that it spawns around the Gongaga area, and do you know what item it drops? It drops a claw,
Bagris.
but not a bag risk claw, a vaggy risk claw, with a V. I don't know why there's a V, but there's a V. So yes,
said-
I am inclined to believe it's a mistranslation.
I'm
I
just
agree
gonna
with
fall
Text
asleep.
Obliterator.
Yay.
These
That's
minutiae
just
Someone
a
agrees.
lazy answer, actually.
So
thoroughly uninteresting.
I think in the original Japanese version that was the most powerful enemy in the game, but obviously in this one's way better. So we've got Ruby and Emerald Weapon.
No, Sephiroth was still stronger than him in
Was
all
he?
stats. Yeah.
Oh okay. The Japanese
max
version
level,
is
Still
just
had
Sephiroth's
nice
easy.
round, so I mean, was there even a challenge in this game?
No.
I
Final
think
Fantasy
that
VII isn't about
they did
challenge.
bring out an international version for Japan when they let it out here, though. So you know, there's that.
What's going on with Cloud's wheels? They're moving, but they're not actually
The
going
whole-
anywhere.
I assume they're shaking because
whole
the
of
area
Cloud's
is shaking.
model is just odd.
Oh,
If you
wait,
look
wait,
at this
this comes the best
FMV,
part.
This is such
Yeah,
a
I like
poorly
how
made
the land
FMV.
just sort of like comes out in chunks. Isn't that great?
Well, what Techno is complaining about is there's actually many levels of FMV in this game. They've actually have
Yeah.
several models for the characters. There's the realistic one, there's the one that's based off of their normal polygons, and there's the ones that are just the regular in-game graphics incorporated with FMV.
Yeah, I mean it's really inconsistent.
Well, I
Like
think this game was really kind of sewn together, you can tell.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it does end up looking pretty good despite that. I think that different occasions call for different levels of FMV, I guess.
I think the
Or
silly...
They went back and redid some of them, but realized that the production cost was getting a little high since this was supposed to come out for the Nintendo CD or whatever.
Yeah, I thought
I think it
that might
was,
be it.
yeah, it's 1997, we gotta get this game out.
I think they also didn't know how powerful the PS1 would be, so they didn't know if it'd be able to handle all of this.
This is the first time they ever did 3D graphics.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Final Fantasy VIII that they got good at them.
It's still doing
Well,
it.
they didn't get good at games in Final Fantasy VIII, but they got good at the graphics.
Jesus, man.
Well, Final Fantasy VIII is just such a mess. Seriously.
Anyway, what happened here is that back in 1995, there was an anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I think somebody on the Square staff saw it, which thus explains the next 20 minutes of this Let's Play.
Really?
Is it 20 minutes? I don't know. I can't remember.
It's probably pretty long.
It's going to be at least
fairly
20
long.
minutes.
And in a minute, we're going to hear an Easter egg. Oh no, we're not. The Easter egg's not in this.
I hope.
What the hell are you even talking
Scribbling
about?
on the screen.
There was an Easter egg which has the Kefka laugh, but slowed down at that bit. But
This
I didn't
part
hear it.
is fantastic. I
Blue,
love this
he
part.
wrote the page
it's
for this part.
fantastic in that it's something that has obviously come from a fantasy. I will give you that.
Look at that! This is so cool. Everything about
This
this, I
bit
love
is
it.
wicked, man.
Crazy, screaming, freaking out giant cloud in the middle of his subconscious. This is.
And you play as Tifa, so that makes it more awesome. So
If you're ever wondering.
Yeah, Tifa's two of my favorite characters in this game.
I'd say she's at least
Tender
4.
feelings that no one can ever know.
Yeah. So if you're ever wondering what the deal with Cloud is, this is the world he lives in. This is his
yeah.
existence.
This is all a metaphor for everyone and how they have things locked up inside themselves that they never
What?
express, or some shit. I don't know.
So Techno's trying to be Skaith, trying to be not Captain Medibot.
Whoa.
Are we supposed to be talking about how this is like totally cribbed from Cyan's dream and
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It is a lot like that, but it's obviously way better than Cyan's Dream. So,
This is
because
far
it's not
crazier.
associated with
well,
Cyan.
considering you're playing as Cloud instead of Cyan, so you know.
Whatever happened to all these like meta-contextual psychoanalysis parts of Final Fantasy games? We never go completely insane in Final Fantasy 13. You never go inside Lightning's head. Though I already know what's inside Lightning's
Did
head.
you really want to go
Did you
inside?
really want to
Lightning?
go
No, I
in
don't
there?
want to go inside Lightning's head because there's nothing in there.
Would
It's
you
a
like
bunch
to
of-
go-
Just like the Matrix loading screen.
Yeah, it is. It's just like empty whiteness because there's nothing to Lightning. She's nothing
Yeah,
but a facade.
Blue, I'm sure you'd like to go inside Vanille's head. I'm sure that would be so much better.
Well, I mean, it's better than going inside other parts of Vanille.
Womp
Can
womp.
we not?
No, I
He
mean,
set it up, alright?
honestly-
He threw the pitch, I had to swing for it.
honestly, the only interesting character in that game is Sars. And Vanille,
Well, if
Vanille's
we're going to
crap.
continue the baseball
Whoa,
metaphor,
whoa.
you don't have to swing for it if it means you're going to get the baseball stuck in your face.
Anyway, I like this because it gives a whole ton of depth to Cloud's character. You're basically just, well, pretty much just told everything about him, but...
And
it
yet,
really-
is it really Cloud, or is it really the other guy with the brown hair, Zack? His name's
Zack.
Zack.
Yeah,
is this really Cloud, or is this some sort of genetic mutation that Genova queefed out that thinks it's Cloud? Will you ever know?
I think in most of this stuff, you're actually remembering Zack's life.
yeah, you
Based
are.
on all the other stuff that has come out.
I like to think that Cloud is not really Cloud, he's some sort of mutant thing that's half Cloud, half Zack's brain, and some other various bits of nonsense thrown together. And eventually he will revert back to his tentacled monster form. In Final Fantasy VII too. Yep.
Because
Can
wasn't
we
that
not?
Zack just walking onto the screen right at the end there?
Well, this
Yes.
is the point where they actually reveal that Zack is a thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
they,
you know what?
They were talking about it in a whirlwind maze, but this is the point where Tifa's revealing that Sephiroth didn't just make all that junk up.
Yeah.
The other thing is that most of this wouldn't have even happened if Tifa had just, like, used her fucking mouth.
Oh, don't worry,
No,
don't
but
worry.
she-
We talked about that last episode. Yeah.
If she'd explained it before, then honestly, like, I mean, he would have gone insane at the wrong moment. But now, well, I mean, he didn't
now
exactly.
he went insane at the right moment. And
Yeah,
caused
he
the
goes
end of
insane at the
world
right
as we know
moment
it.
when they're within the live stream and they can actually look into his memory using live stream crap.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the whirlwind maze where Sephiroth used it in order to bring Meteor and end the world.
Do you really
If she
think?
had brought about this brought this up earlier, he would have gone insane at a worse time than that.
Or do you really think she would have?
Don't worry.
Do you really think he would have, like, if he'd gone insane then, that would have stopped him from, like, giving him the black materia? Like,
Look,
would
you
that
don't
have
have to-
changed anything, honestly?
You don't have to worry about Meteor. Bruce Willis is on the case. All right.